everyone, it's Anna here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am setting up July 2018 in my bullet journal, and this is the first monthly layout that I've set up in this sky blue Dingbats notebook, and it's from the Earth collection, and I did do a video comparing it to the Wildlife collection, so if you want to see that, I will link it down below. For my accent colors this month, I'm using red and blue Tombows, and I will have the numbers of those down below in case anyone is curious. My theme for this month is the 4th of July / America, just because it's July, and this is actually the first time I've ever had a theme for July, as long as I've been bullet journaling, so I'm excited to actually have a theme that's related. So on this first page, I am doing these triangular flag banners going across the page, and then I have a mini calendar in the bottom left corner, and to color in little triangles, I'm using those two Tombows. I'm using the Ziploc bagging method to color them in. So kind of to create a gradient, I color some of the Tombow onto the Ziploc baggie, and then with the other color, I pick up some of that, and since these markers are self-cleaning, they will actually gradually go back to the original color, which results in a gradient. So I just did that for each of the strands of the banner, and I think it turned out really well. By the way, I'm going to apologize in advance for the weird lighting, and if it gets worse throughout this video, when I was filming, the sun was going down, and so it might get gradually darker. I tried to fix it in editing, but if it didn't turn out very well, that's why. So I recently started a Pinterest account for my YouTube channel, and just for my bullet journal in general. So I have a board that kind of has some inspiration for my theme this month, and I will have that linked down below in case any of you want to check it out. So on this next page, I have my calendar. And this is actually the first time I've ever done this layout, but I was inspired by a pin that I saw on Pinterest, and I think the one that I saw was a circle, and the page was split up into all these sections, and it kind of looked like a sunburst, or since my theme this month is fireworks, I thought it kind of looked like a firework spreading across the page. So I drew out all the lines in pencil so I can see where to put the events. With those events, I'll write them out, and then I'll draw a line connecting them to the date that they're for. So for this next page, it's my husband appreciation page, and this is always one of my favorite sections to fill out every month because it gives me the chance to think about the little things that my husband does for me. I used my HP Sprocket to print out a picture of Washington, D.C. with all of these fireworks in the sky, and I got that picture off of Pinterest as well. One of the reasons why I chose this picture of Washington, D.C. is because I've been there several times growing up. It's always been one of my favorite cities to visit, but it's also a little bit of a tribute to the Washington Capitals. My husband and his family are avid hockey fans, and I've been a fan as long as I've known my husband, so almost 5 years. The Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup, which is basically like the equivalent of the World Series or the Super Bowl, and it's the first time that they've ever won it in franchise history, which has been around for 40 plus years. So it's a pretty big deal, and you know, I've been a fan for about 5 years now, but my husband has literally been waiting his whole life for this, and his parents obviously have waited just as long. So I thought this picture was fitting to put on my husband appreciation page since it is something that he holds near and dear to his heart. And in general, we just love Washington, D.C., so I thought it was perfect to go along with my theme this month. So next is my habit tracker, and I used that Ziploc bagging method again to create a gradient at the top, and I used my white gel pen to write in habits, and I also added these little sparks in the top. That's what they're supposed to look like, and I think it turned out really cute. So for my habit tracker this month, I changed it up once again. Last month I did the mini calendars, and this month I decided to do something a bit more condensed, and I actually wrote out each day of the month, which was definitely the most tedious part, but that's okay. But for my habits this month, I feel like I've been changing them up quite a bit over the last several months, just trying to figure out, what things actually work and what things, maybe I don't need to be tracking necessarily. But anyway, my husband and I are actually moving at the end of this month, but I wanted to kind of focus my habits on self-care because with everything that's going to be going on and with packing and moving and getting rid of things, I wanted to make sure that I'm still taking care of myself. Then at the bottom of this page, since I had some extra room, I decided to add that little section to write down what videos I'm working on this month, as well as my social media stats tracker. On the right page, I have my YouTube and Instagram post trackers, and I also use this section to kind of plan out which videos I'm working on each week. So this page is pretty much the exact same from last month. Then along the bottom, I added some little fireworks. And if I remember correctly, I based these little fireworks off of Amanda Rach Lee's fireworks. I think she had a theme last year, or maybe it was earlier this year, I can't remember. But anyway, her theme was fireworks, and she gave a little tutorial on how she drew her fireworks for the month, so that's what I did. And I just added some color with my Tombows to those fireworks so that they looked like fireworks and not dandelions. That's one thing that my husband said when I was practicing my doodles, was he said that they kind of looked like dandelions, but as soon as I added color to them, he said they actually looked like fireworks. So that's good, that's an improvement. The layout for the next 2 pages is super simple. I don't think I changed it up at all from last month. This is just where I track my media for the month, as well as memories and current events on one side, and my favorites and gratitude on the other side. So next is my mood tracker, and once again I got this idea from Amanda Rach Lee, and the whole point of this is you draw these little firework like sparks coming out from the center, and the longer they are, the better your mood is. So at the end of the month, hopefully it looks like one giant firework that's exploding in the sky. And then on the right side, I also have my dream tracker, which is pretty standard. I just use it to write down the crazy dreams that I have throughout the month, because my subconscious likes to do some weird things sometimes, and I like to remember them for some reason. I don't know. So the last 2 pages is my meal tracker, and this is actually the most in-depth meal tracker I've ever done, as long as I've been bullet journaling. But as I said before, since we're moving, I realized that I have a bunch of food that I should probably use up, and it's mostly like canned goods and like things in our freezer. So in an attempt to actually use up those foods, I'm hoping that planning out my meals a little bit more in depth will help me actually use up that food, so that we don't have to take hardly anything with us when we move later this month. So I'm pretty excited to see how it works out. So here's a final flip through of my bullet journal this month. I'm super excited with how it turned out, and I think it looks really cute with the red and blue. Honestly, I'm also really excited to just move into this new bullet journal because it's a new beginning. Anyway, let me know in the comments which layout is your favorite. I'll be sure to post these on my Instagram, and if you want, you can go follow me there. Thank you all so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!